What was
And
the
we.
tweet you said? Did you?
Oh, I put
Did
it
you?
in. I put it in show friends.
I'm trying to think of a good. Okay, here we go. I got it. Because I'm sick of doing just like, hi, come join, hi, come join. Like I'm sick of that. I'm gonna try and get some flair to
I
my new
okay. I'm excited to see what this flare entails.
Let me see. Fattest Italian ass. Sorry, we can't all be transgender and win at TF2. Cheese nuts. Sorry, we can't be all transgender and win at TF2. I was unaware those two things are correlated. Guago, they are. Joe Biden gaming, they are. Cheese nuts, damn. Shepperoni, they are. It's a fucking nightmare.
Can I just say those are some quality Steam account names? Those are those are the kind of people you want to be playing TF2 with at
Exactly, but
3 in the morning.
that's those are like the good TF2 names. So like cheese nuts, Joe Biden gaming. What was the first fattest Italian ass? Guago.
All right. Oh wait, wrong thing. Let me hold on.
Look,
Just
it's looking for a game to capture. Looking
uh,
for a game to capture, buddy.
I know I'm getting that. Hold on. Just give me a. No, that is not what I wanted. Add source. There we go. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. All right. So,
I just see a black screen. Oh wait, no, I see it. I see it. I see it. I see it. I see
all right.
it.
So now it's time for
Holy
Infer.
shit! It's chat's pair, buddy.
What up? What's up, taxpayer money? I don't know who you are, but hello. Thank you for chatting. Um,
This is taxpayer money, or as their personal like catchphrase. You know how like the nostalgia critic has. I remember so you don't have to. Like they're like the catchphrases. I'm the internet's toilet. You know, call yourself the internet's toilet, right? Taxpayer money.
I mean, I guess. Anyway, so this is Inferno, the third episode of Doom, and by far the worst. This episode fucking sucks.
This episode's awesome.
What? All right, give me an explanation. Why is it good, Buzzo?
I hate this map. I don't know. I'm lying. I'm a liar.
Yeah, this map does suck because it doesn't give you much ammo. Its secrets are really dumb, as I will show, and it's just not fun. There's no good fights in this map, and I'm not even sure if it's the worst map of the episode.
It's not the worst map of the episode.
Like,
Um, let's talk about though. Let's
I
talk
just
about
want to check
taxpayer money
something.
for a second. Taxpayer money. Let's talk about ghouls. Let's talk about
Oh,
goblins.
okay.
Let's talk about aliens.
I just want to see if that
Let's
was a
talk about
secret.
zombies.
What
It's
the
a
hell?
taxpayer money. Do you think that? Do you think that like? Okay, what have you ever heard of the Andriza affair? Taxpayer money. It is the toilet level dude. Taxpayer money. You're so right.
This episode is toilet.
This is toilet. Yes, Andy.
Isn't there another cacodemon out here somewhere? Did I miss him? Whatever, I don't care. Okay.
The Adriza Affair taxpayer money. I really think you should look into it. First of all, it's just a fascinating alien abduction story, and there's a lot to back it up, especially because Jay Allen Hynek himself did most of the investigational work on it.
This
But like
is
it ends.
Or sorry, you continue.
No, I was gonna say this is my little thing. They it at one point during the first of all there are crow monkeys like crow apes on this like alien planet, and second of all, the lady gets black goo shoved in her mouth and like pumped into her so that she doesn't like turn into fucking bush when they interdimensional like when they fucking shove her through dimensions. It's fascinating. But what were you saying, Andy? This is the
Oh, this level sucks. That's all I'm realizing. Oh no, I was saying this is the true crime episode of those good old fashioned values or streams. It's true crime stream, folks.
well, if we're gonna get into true crime, we can get into the I'm trying to think of something interesting that I haven't like talked about. Let's talk about how BTK got caught because he was a fucking old man.
Sure.
Yep. Do you know? Do you know about that, Andy?
Inform me. Also, I want to go on a quick rant here. So, well, not. Let me just clear out this room of dumbasses. You go on. You start.
Oh, okay. Yes, taxpayer money. It is similar to Fire in the Sky, though a little more intense. But then going back to how BTK got caught, BTK, he was pretty good at what he did, right? Like he had a lot of discipline. He was a scumbag piece of shit asshole, but he was good at killing people in horrible ways.
Professional.
He got caught. Well, not professionally. He just did it in his spare time. But BTK got caught because he used to send letters to the police because he was one of those assholes. And he ended up asking. He sent a letter to the police saying, "If I send you an email, can you trace it?" And the police said no. And so then he sent them an email, and they traced it, and they found out his IP address and arrested him.
That's great. So I wanna go on a little rant here. So over here in this room, there is a secret rocket launcher. You have to kill most of the enemies in the level. You can't go back and get this door. This is the only secret in the level. It just gives you a rocket launcher for no reason. Fuck you, Sandy Peterson. That's all I really want to say. That was a bad level. And now we're getting into a level that's even worse. This is Slough of Despair. I've got an M. Night Shyamalan twist that I'm gonna reveal in a little bit, but
why would you phrase it like that?
I don't know. Cause I'm trying to think of things to say to fill the void of silence. That's why. So like I don't have time to stop and think, because then that's a bad stream if you stop and think.
When you're thinking, so you're just going off on the top of your head. The top of your head is making a robot chicken-esque joke.
Yes, thank you.
That's fascinating. I really do love that.
I mean, everyone makes bad jokes when they're just trying to think of things to say. It's just, I feel like that's a pretty common thing.
Not me. I think I'm pretty much funny all the time, actually.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think I don't know if anyone here or in chat can remember a time Bozo has ever made a bad joke. You can't. It's impossible.
Yeah, I'm funny. I'm fucking funny. I can't.
I mean, yeah, you are really funny. You are really funny.
This guy is seeing the dead people. It's so true.
Anyway, I know there's a secret plasma gun somewhere in here, and I want that. There's also a chain. Oh, another rocket launcher. That's good. Also, wonderful music, Bobby Prince. Wonderful.
Oh, it's fascinating music. I actually, I'm not even kidding. I had to listen to myself on the stream because I could not tell if I said fascinating music or not. That means nothing. That was like nonsense. That was actually me thinking the first thing to say.
Yeah, seriously.
Fascinating music.
See what I mean? Like, you say stupid shit you don't mean to when you're...
Exactly. Like, I literally had to listen to the stream and be like, did I say fascinating? And then the second I heard fascinating, I was like, yeah, that means nothing.
I think it's on the left side over here.
I think... Well...
Ooh, mega armor.
Let's see.
I
We
do.
got.
Anyone in chat? Bozo, say hi to anyone if they're in chat.
I have. I've said hi to Blue. I've said hi to Taxpayer Buddy. I've said hi to Gestia. Gesla. I always say Gestia. I'm sorry.
Okay. Thank you. Guestia, yeah.
Yeah, Gesla is your.
Is Chris in here today? He's a pretty regular guy on the Discord.
Well, we're getting. Ricky just joined.
Oh, that's
Gesla
good.
Said
can we get some go to bed Rickies in chat? Can we get some? Because Ricky lives in Sweden, it's like 5 a.m. over there.
Don't explain the joke. Don't explain the joke. It stops being funny when you explain it. It's funny when you're just like, yeah, just tell Ricky to go to bed.
Yeah, that's true. Where the hell
No, but
is
Ricky wakes up at 5 because he's old.
He is the old man of our friend group. He is very much the old man. He's 95.
Yeah, Ricky. All I'm saying is, don't ask Ricky where he was during the events of. Hold on a second.
You got this. I believe in you. What the hell is that?
Hold on.
What the hell is that?
Hold on. Don't ask Ricky where he was on March 30th, 1981. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, gotcha. Where's the secret plasma gun? So I know it's in here somewhere. In this fucking...
They see. I'm moving.
What did you say, Bozo? Or what did you think you said?
I don't know. I feel like you were not in Dallas in March 30th. No, yeah, March 30th, 1981. I didn't check it again. I had to make sure I got this right. There's, wait, don't ask Anarcho where he was during the events of. Don't ask Anarcho where he was during the events of December 14th, 2012. I mean,
Is that Sandy Hook? Because I know that happened in 2012. Or is it a different fucked up thing that happened in 2012?
What?
Oh. You said don't ask where I was, and I'm like, what's a fucked up thing that happened in 2012? Sandy Hook. Is Bozo accusing me jokingly of being the Sandy Hook shooter?
No, that's not, no. I was
Okay.
not asking where you were on February 14th, 2018.
I see. Okay, we got the secret chain gun at least.
It happened in 2018. I forgot it happened that long ago.
What happened in 2018? The Vegas shooting?
That's the Parkwood shooting.
Ah, right, yes. I thought that was... No, I was thinking of the Miami club shooting in 2016.
Oh, the gay shooting. Yeah. Don't ask Andy what he did to Maddie McCall. That made me put my hand in my mouth.
Get some of the shotgun ammo.
Okay. Ow.
Some plasma ammo. That's nice. So I've already shut it off, but the gimmick of this level is that it's a fucking hand. I don't know why they decided to make a level that's a hand, but it's a hand.
I actually never do that.
Yeah, no, it's dumb.
Hey, I have a really... okay, no. Okay, enough with the edgy jokes. I'm done with the edgy jokes tonight. What's your favorite chat? What's your all 6 people in chat? What's your favorite FPS game? All six.
Yeah. Let's get some answers. A stream is a collaborative effort. You can't just expect us to do the streaming the way.
Yeah, you can't prod us like we're your freaking.
I mean, we're here to entertain you, yes, but you're also here to entertain us. You know.
Taxpayer buddy, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. If they made it a foot, I would literally fucking Rodney McNutt myself live on the stream. If this was a fucking foot.
Could you imagine? There's probably is a Doom level that is just a foot. Someone's probably made that as a joke.
There's one someone made. I'm not. Again, I have to stop myself from making this joke. I gotta move on.
It's like how TMNT did the Foot Clan as a parody of the Hand from Marvel.
When we play TF2 again, says Ricky. I don't know.
Sometime. Probably sometime in February. I don't know when, but we will. I want to at least do TN2 at least once a month, but you know, I got other games. This is variety though.
Hold on, Kid Rock is trending on Twitter. What is this?
What did he do?
Anti-Biden. He released a new single called "Let's Go Brandon."
That sounds like a Kid Rock thing to do. Let's be real here. All right, I got Berserk.
Impressed it took him so long to make it. Yeah, he really did put some effort into this.
That's good.
I think the thing that makes me the most mad about this map specifically are those stupid arrows on the ground.
Yeah, no.
It's literally like
if you ever have to put a giant "fuck you" arrow in your map, it's a bad map.
Exactly. Arrow to point in the only direction to go. Exactly.
Alright, let's just end this level. Stop the misery.
Someone just sent me a cartel video in my Twitter DM.
That sounds about right.
Thanks, I guess.
Oh wait, no.
I'm not gonna watch this. I think I've actually, you know what the worst part is? I think I've already seen this one. So get some new stuff. I'm gonna play the audio on stream. Yeah.
Please do not. Please. Like, oh shit! I need ammo. Oh, there's ammo.
The genuine like panic in your voice, like
yeah,
because
I was like, what if she does though? Like what this isn't K-Zone. We can't show videos of donkeys exploding because of trains.
See, I don't like that. I don't like the donkey video. Like, I don't get the animal ones. Those aren't cool to me.
Well, the donkey one I get because it's just like instantaneous.
It's instantaneous. Okay, hold on. Ricky just DM'd me something.
What did he DM you? Would you like to confess to the class what you did, Ricky?
Here we go. Ricky messaged me saying, my girlfriend just texted me saying I'm a bad kisser. Never mind, she said wrong person. It's an anime girl smiling. So that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's really real insightful, Ricky. So I will say this is the first map of the episode that I do actually like. This is a pretty good map. It's not great.
I love the flesh.
Yeah.
Love the flesh
also, we get introduced to the best texture in Doom 1, this map. We get introduced to, I can't wait to show anyone who hasn't seen it before, Fire Blue.
That was my excitement.
Yeah. I can feel it. It's palpable. Is this
oh, yeah, you don't have to describe it like that. That was unnecessary. I think the meanest thing, I hope Spencer doesn't see this, but Andy, you have to write this down. You should start calling Spencer the Russell Brand of the podcast.
God. God, that's devastating.
Am I right? Like that's really a one-hit KO. I'm giving you that one for free money. You can fucking
I got
destroy
okay. Here's the
any
thing.
rip.
Here's the thing. I don't think I could pull it off in the way you think I could, but I appreciate that you giving that to me. Two, you gotta save something like that. You can't just fire it out, you know. Like, you don't want to do overkill.
You save it for when they're really going in on, when they're really talking about you fucking your sister and your dad and your brother and your mother and your pet dog and your pig wife and going to like your like Chick-fil-A getting breakfast. Like when they're really getting after you like that, that's when you bring it up.
Yep. Let me tell you something. I will not forget the Russell Brand of the podcast.
It's good, man.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Like Russell Brand is such a
he's the worst
for lanky like cis men. That
speaking of,
he's like
yeah. Never mind. I've had.
What's Russell Brand even been doing?
I don't know. Speaking of annoying British dudes, when's the last time you've heard of Ricky Gervais in the last like year? Has he done anything? I feel like we have managed to escape Ricky Gervais as a society.
He would always show up typically because he was the host of the Golden Globes for every year. So that was like always like his thing. But then I think it was whenever Joker came out. I think 2019. No, 2017. No, 2019. I'm an idiot. Yeah, in 2019, I think was the last time he hosted the Oscars. But I don't know what he's doing now. Or not the Oscars. God damn it, the Golden Globes. I don't know what he's doing. Russell Brand. I looked it up. I think he has a podcast now, and
that sounds
he has a
right.
YouTube channel. He has a YouTube channel with 4 million subscribers.
God, that's awful. That's awful.
He has a video called "People Are Waking Up to the Lies," and the thumbnail is a bunch of people in masks.
That makes sense.
Okay,
oh wait, this is where you get the.
I think he's an anti.
Yep. BFG time. We have acquired the big fucking gun 9000. I'll save it. I'm gonna save it for like when it's appropriate, but yeah. Alright, let's see. So how you doing, Bozo?
Yeah, I
You sound distressed. Are you distressed?
Because I'm looking at the Russell Brand thing. This is insane.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So Russell Brand has become a full-on like Joe Rogan weird like anti-vax guy.
Oh.
And then I read a legitimately really like sad comment on one of his YouTube videos, and then just got sadder. The guy said, I'm not looking at the comment anymore because it was just so depressing. So I remember from the top of my head, it was, this pandemic has made me lose both my parents, my career, my purpose, like all the, like this guy's like going insane. He says that it's increased my depression.
He does not say, but I still have Russell Brand. He does not.
He says, but with people like Joe Rogan, Jordan Peterson, and Russell Brand of the world, they give me hope.
No.
And that made me so fucking sad that I had to exit. I might delete my history.
Yeah, we
that I just did not like.
We need to. Oh wait. Okay. Yeah, no, shut up. All right, let's see. Is there a secret down? No, there. Oh no.
He's in Death on the Dial. That's so cool.
It's
Wait, I think that's why there was like a thing I remember reading about.
Bozo, I think I mentioned this when I was talking about Cole about the Josh Whedon stuff, but when he said like he cut Ray Fish so much of Ray Fisher's stuff because he was like a bad actor or whatever. How are you gonna cut Ray Fisher and not cut what's Wonder Woman's actress's name?
Gal Gadot.
Yeah, the
Gal Gadot.
worst actress of all time. Like, what are you doing here?
There's also like Ray Fisher was like he was like the heart of that movie.
Yeah, fucking.
He was the only person that didn't seem like a fucking like weirdo robot.
Yep, first death of the episode. That was my fault. Should have switched BFG.
What I was gonna say is, I think I remember seeing an article for Death of the Nile that's like what to do when a celebrity gets canceled mid shoot. I think they might have been talking about Russell Brand then, if he's in Death of the Nile. Well, let me look up Death on the Nile canceled. Oh no, it's because Armie Hammer is in it. That movie has a cast of. That movie just has a fucked cast then because it has Armie Hammer,
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot. Well, she can't necessarily be like canceled.
Yeah, no, she's just canceled for being annoying and IDF girl boss, which isn't enough to really cancel someone. Is Ricky yelling at me for calling her an IDF girl boss?
Let me check. No, no one is yelling at you for calling her an IDF girl boss.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I don't think Ricky's even in the chat anymore. To be honest, I think what he did is he made Ricky so mad he killed himself.
That's a shame. No, I'm sorry. That's a shame. Horrible way to die.
Shut up.
Ricky would have at least been happy I made the reference, so. Then again, he likes the shittiest jokes you can think of.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is Ricky you're talking about. Who like the funniest joke to him is, I don't even want to say it. Never mind. It's like the worst joke I've ever seen. It was a picture of like Snape and Bobby Hill, but the thing is like the way the pictures are framed, you're supposed to say like, I don't even. It's basically it's shake 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 Sonora. I'm not even bringing this up. I'm not even gonna bring this up. I don't want to explain this. I don't want to give him.
He's not gonna listen to the VOD. He's not gonna listen to the VOD.
No, Ricky just said in the chat, I'm taking out all my aggressions on Palestinian rock.
Good to know.
So he is here.
What a devious creature, that Ricky. You're never sure when he's around or not, you know.
Someone messaged me today, said you're like the Starfire of being autistic and annoying, and I don't know what they meant by that, but I want to know if you're in this chat right now. Thank you for saying that to me. That's given me a lot of light in my life.
By that logic, would that make Raven Venthaven the Raven of being autistic and annoying?
I'll have to think about that.
Yeah, okay, you do. You do the math. You know more about comics than me. I trust you.
Andy.
Yep.
I guess what I want to bring up to you.
What do you want to bring up?
I've actually been thinking about this.
Okay.
So I'm starting to become a Sonic fan myself.
Okay.
Do you think you gotta hear me out on this?
Okay, I will. To the best of my ability.
Do you think The Rock is gonna play Shadow?
So I made when I was talking to Lid in a private call, I made a different take. Now, I could see The Rock Shadow, but what I went was Adam Driver Shadow.
Adam Driver Shadow. That on paper should be it,
Yes.
but I don't think they're gonna go for. I think it's gonna be like, what if it's Vin Diesel? No, it's not gonna be.
Yeah, no.
Big the cat. No, Big the cat actually.
Well,
might
yeah,
like
because
Big
he was originally voiced by Duke Nukem, so you gotta get someone with as deep of a voice as John St. John.
Hello, can you turn around for a second? Can you turn around for a second?
Yeah.
Go back into like the hallway area
Into
where
here?
you killed the big. No, the other one where you killed the mecha dealer.
I think I'm in this hallway. It's the brown one with the faces?
Yeah, it's the brown one. When I was a kid, you know how like he's, it's the one with the faces. You know, like when I was a kid, do you know how like he's like that dead body? Look at the body. Look at the dead body.
Yep. Okay, dead body.
When I was a kid, I thought that like. Okay, sorry. Like the stream's a little bit delayed, so I have to like. Okay, sorry. When I was a kid, I thought that was his asshole. I didn't realize that was his like.
I knew you were
like,
gonna say that because I've
face.
seen someone else say that before.
I thought that was his ass. I remember thinking, wow,
And-
it's like I remember talking, and it wasn't until I'm not kidding. It wasn't until last year that I learned it wasn't his asshole. I thought up until last year, I thought that was his asshole. I remember thinking, wow, that's a really like juvenile joke, and then someone pointed out that's really supposed to be him like cut in half.
Yeah. No, it's. I mean, I get it. It's. And I was saying, and thus H Doom was created.
Let's look up H2. I'm gonna play H2 on the stream.
I would recommend you don't do that. I don't think you're gonna do that, but please, just in case, just on the off chance. Okay, go up, gonna. Oh, I got the power armor. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. I think there's more to this level that I haven't been to. I know I could just leave, but I want to get a little more ammo at least.
I want to see what the H2 guy is up to.
Still working on it, I think. Oh.
Yeah, he posted.
Sorry, you
Why
cut
does
off.
so many? Why does the fucking director of the Guinea Pig movies follow the H2 developer?
I'm sorry, what?
You know, like the Guinea Pig, like Pinku films. The director of those, who's also a manga artist, follows H2.
Oh, well, he's a manga artist. I mean, what else, you know? Like,
Yeah, but he's like 70.
yeah, yes, and? Oh, you get the
I just-
chainsaw.
I don't know who introduced him to H2.
That's a good question. It's the Doom part that's the confusing. I get that. It's not the H part.
Yeah, the H part makes sense. Well, actually, no. That's the thing, though. Is he was never a sexual guy. Like all his manga. If you read his manga,
Well,
it's
see,
really
all
like,
what I'm getting at is all cartoonists and animators are perverts.
I think most people are perverts. I think most people.
Well, yes, but they're the most public about it.
Did you really use the BFG on that?
I am really low on ammo, and I am really high on plasma cells. Anyway, I'll just end this. Oh wait, no, this is a good level. This might be the hardest level in the first 3 episodes. I'm gonna say set up a quick save just because. Not because I don't think I can do it, but because I don't want to drag the stream out with deaths. I don't think anyone really wants me to. Like, yes, I could play through a bunch of commercial Doom and. But no one. Do you really want me to just like? You really want to watch me die and then go through the same level over and over again for like 10 minutes? No. What does this open? Ooh, thank you. I did, in fact, need that shotgun. Also, despite all of episode 1, 2 having original music, the map 1 or 3 through right up to the final boss does not contains pre-made music. There's no original tracks till the final boss again. Though I do think this song does fit this level really well, at the very least.
Let's see what. Very interesting. I'm fascinated by this.
By what?
I'm seeing what the most popular videos on hanime.tv.
I see.
Fascinating. Fascinating. What is this?
Thank you. So, fun fact about how the BFG works. The big projectile green ball they do only does a decent amount of damage. The real damage in the BFG comes from invisible tracers that only appear. So damage whatever is on screen when you're looking at them. So you could shoot the BFG while you're staring at the wall, then turn, fire, and deal most of the damage without the green ball hitting anything. I don't think the manual. I don't know if Doom 1 ever like actually explains that in anything, but
You're gonna die.
Yeah, maybe. Oh right, that's why shotgun. Give me the shotgun. There we go.
So when you switch weapons, do you use the number keys or?
Sometimes mouse, but for Doom 1, I mostly use number keys.
I was gonna say I mostly use number keys for every game I play.
Yeah, it's a better habit to get into, definitely.
Yeah.
Fuck this room. Oh, I kind of wasted a shot there.
Also, I have like this weird thing with my OCD where like I can only scroll down and I can't scroll up. So switching weapons is like really fucking annoying.
Oh, that must be the worst. Let's get that invincibility. Probably should have saved it. Oh, hey. Do I have rockets? Yes, I do. I love that invincibility is just blindingly white. It's not even seizure reducing, it's just like... Yeah.
It's interesting. It's a nice payoff where it's like, alright, they can't kill you, but you can't see them.
It's very... I'll say this, you... Okay. At least I have plenty of shotgun ammo if I ever need it. Yeah, this probably, considering that this has, I think, the largest monster count in the level, or in the episode, this level probably should have been the penultimate level instead of what is the penultimate level of Doom 1 in the most disappointing level of all time. But we'll get to that in an hour or two. shotguns are. Oh no, there's one. Okay.
The worst thing about going on like any kind of like hentai site or something is like all the comments are left by guys whose names are like Elon Musk, and they just roleplay that they're Elon Musk.
Yeah, no, Pornhub comments were a real genre in like of internet humor in like 2013, 2014. I don't even know if it was a bad era, but it was an era.
It was an era. I remember having one friend who like was such a fucking buzzkill. Cause like we would like occasionally again I never found them that funny. But occasionally you might find one that gets a little smirk
It's a
at
chuckle,
it, right?
yeah.
And so yeah, and so my friends and I would send the ones that gave us a smirk, and other friends would just post the most like disturbing, like fucked up psycho comments they could find. And it was such a fucking buzzkill.
So, all right. I'm gonna ask the most evil question of all time. How many guys in the Pornhub comment section do you think have gone, was that guy bothering you? The fucking Spencer Dracula tweet.
Yeah.
That's terrible, I know. It's the worst thought.
I don't want to think about that. I've had a guy actually do that to me once. That's the thing. I might sound like fucking psychic devil nerd at first, but I pass. And so it's even more like upsetting when like someone does that to me, and then I have to say not only not to say no, but then they hear my voice and make an audible face, and it's not why did I say audible face? God damn it! You know what I mean? Chat knows what I mean. 5 people in chat. Blinding me to make sure I don't fall asleep during these. That's fine. Or sister, I don't know what you fully identify as. You can identify as neither. I like how the cacodemons have like little buttholes in this one.
Yeah.
They have the little assholes. They have little like fat asses.
Oh no. Okay.
They don't. No, they have pussies too. I just noticed. They got little pussies. Are they female then? What does that mean? Oh, are there cacodemons in H2? Hold on.
Probably. There are reskins. It's just a reskin of regular Doom. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I know, but I'm trying to figure out what the H like. How do you make that sexy?
I mean,
Like,
the model sheet is out there. You can find it if you want.
I'm trying to find it. Most of what I'm finding is just pictures of their pussies. Like, hold on. I don't think they are. I don't think there are cacodemons in there.
No, they might not have added them yet, but I'm pretty sure there are. I can help you look for it in a second.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Oh, nope, nope, nope.
Not already. I'm not saying they're not sexy. I'm just saying, like, how do you make like a hentai version of that? Like, I can imagine how you make a hentai version of all these other demons, but I cannot wrap my head around the cacodemon. Hold on, I'm looking it up one more time. I gotta find this one out. Okay, wait, So is that the Cacodemon for H2? My brain's like actually shutting down. What is this? Okay, it says know your meat, but there's not an explanation as to what this is. I don't know what this is. Explain this.
Know your
Oh
meme.
no.
Oh,
No,
did you
okay.
find it?
No. No, okay, no. So here's the thing, here's the thing. Someone made a post once that was in the wake of Bowsette, let us not forget our true feminine overlord, Cacodemon.
Ah.
And I think it's wait, is she in H2? I
Prob-
don't fucking know. I'm like losing my mind.
Hello, hello.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh my god, it's cold.
It is. It is I. Hold on, I gotta close the door. I'm ready to join the stream. I got an edible.
Let me see if I can find the H2 model sheet. Okay.
I never see your DM because you always DM me on private and I like never check.
Ah, okay, yeah, I meant to ask you
Yeah.
about that, but good to know from going forward that that's a dead end.
Yeah, I'm bad at it. Mostly because I only go on there when I have a problem.
Okay, I gotcha.
Close out all these unnecessary tabs. What are we playing? We're playing Doom.
Yeah, we're
Cool.
finishing Doom today.
That's cool.
I have. It's so dumb that there's no indicator saying whether or not you have Berserk in just the official.
That's fucked up. You shouldn't complain.
I mean, I know I can set it to the custom, but I like the default HUD.
I'm gonna look up Cacodemon porn on Rule 34.
Specifically, Bozo is also looking to find the official Cacodemon H-Doom sprite, which I am.
I don't think it exists.
Hold on, I know.
I don't think that's.
Let me check. Because I think they posted all of the sprites for it on Newgrounds once.
Okay, wait, no, then I'll go to their Newgrounds. I have their Newgrounds up right now. Then I'll
Okay.
find it.
Yeah. So if it's on there, it's. Okay, yes, I think I do have Berserk.
They have 8 things released. I don't think any of these are. I don't see no. I don't see a single Cacodemon.
And maybe it's.
I see a Baroness blowjob.
You should throw that link in the Twitch chat.
Yeah, okay, I will. Here, Twitch chat. Oh wait, I'm not signed in. I actually thought I just got banned. I started to freak out.
I block you from the Twitch account.
Real shit. People who have their Twitch channels on subscriber only chat is cringe.
I think there are good uses to turn it on for, but permanently that's dumb. So I don't know how these switches work.
It only makes sense to me if you're someone like Germ or like XQC and you have like a million fucking viewers per stream.
Or like you're doing something where you don't want like a million chat just like spurging out on like your side profile.
If you have more than like 50 people on Twitch chat is like after a certain number, the Twitch chat gets just completely unusable.
Yeah, and that's a good way of like forcing it to be acceptable. Not good. It can never be good, but it can. Okay.
I tuned into that Hassan stream where he was with Felix and Christian Walker. And I know I'm plugging a competitor right now. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I don't want to have to sub to Hassan to watch you like comment on this shit. Just say hi to Felix. And, you know, call Christian Walker at home. Why are you white?
Cause this is what happens when you get invincibility in Doom.
Yeah, it's quite a metaphor if you think about it.
Yeah. I don't know if I can appreciate this game anymore.
Okay, H2 guy picks it. I gotta find these sprites. I gotta find what the fuck any of these H. I have to go to this packaging then.
It is genuinely very important. I can't.
Okay, Cyber Demon Sprite Sheet by Rocky Rowley on DeviantArt.
How many streams did I miss since the last Doom stream?
Since the last what?
Doom stream.
One. I streamed Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh wow. Oh shit.
Yeah, because I stream only stream like twice a week, so you know.
That's right. You do only stream twice a week. Which I think is the format. Oh, pardon me. The format that I will be doing as well.
Okay.
I'm still figuring out a start date, but sometime.
Yeah, I like doing a weekday stream and a weekend stream.
That's a good. I think I might steal that. I'll have to figure out different days so we don't accidentally compete with each
Yeah,
other.
no, we wanna be able to.
And also so I can have you and Bozo on.
It's very important to have all of your friends on your stream.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, what's my birthday is. Okay, hold on. I gotta get this. I'm sorry. Keep talking.
Yeah, Bozo is very. I appreciate you looking for the cause. You know, this keeps us talking. This does keep us talking,
Yeah.
Bozo, which is the important thing.
What have you guys been up to this last week? I have been stuck at home.
I had to go to the dentist. You know, just a regular checkup, but you know, it's never fun.
Had to get his mouth filled out.
He had to get his mouth filled. Oh my god.
I finally watched Smiling Friends. I watched it all.
Oh yeah, that's good. It's good, isn't it?
It was very enjoyable. I had a good laugh out of it. I watched it one thing that's been nice about the Rona is you can't really do drugs on it, especially not like through your mouth. Especially not smoking them. And so, but it does sort of, the nice trade-off is that at least the one that I had was a very nice body high.
That's good.
With a little bit of a head high.
What was your favorite of the Smiling at Friends episode? Which one was your favorite?
I'm gonna go with either the burger restaurant, like Salty's.
That's pretty
That's
good.
a good one. The salties. Yeah.
Mostly because I lost my shit when you put the number 15 Burger King foot lettuce in.
Yeah, no, it's like, what the fuck? You can do that?
Right?
Number 15.
Oh yeah, they got him. They got him in it.
The pilot was pretty good too. I thought it was funny to see Mike from Red Letter Media just be himself.
And then they had him a second time too. Don't forget when Charlie goes to hell.
They did.
Oh, by the way, I didn't know this. There are two faces in that scene, like during that montage. The first face is AVGN.
Oh my god.
They got James Rolfe.
No way. I'm gonna have to go back in that. I really, my one fear is that because of how popular it's getting, that they're going to like do a bigger season order or ask for like longer episodes or some shit.
I don't think they'll do longer episodes, but they'll probably do like a 13 episodes season next time of like 16, like of 26, like a mini, you know.
I hope so. Yeah. I could deal with a slightly longer season, but I really don't want this to become
Like a 20 like episode.
Yeah.
This just gets like Venture Brothers like mid-season production length.
I did actually. That's the other show I started watching.
Yes.
I love that show. It's one of my goats.
It is. What season are you on?
I'm on. I just finished season 4.
Like it's still good afterwards, but I think like the second half of season 4 is maybe the greatest like chunk of TV ever. Like it's so good.
People in I knew that it was a parody of Johnny, or at least like sort of loosely based on satirizing Johnny Quest. So I sort of got why people were kind of saying that it was tailor-made for me.
But no, it's all of the late 60s, early 70s stuff.
It's not just Johnny Quest. It's like every single like pulpy comic booky thing from that era.
Yeah, it's literally like I just realized I'm like a foot away from my mic. It is like a.
Thank you.
I hope I didn't sound too shitty.
You didn't. You were just a little quiet.
It is the most Netscape ass show that I have ever seen. I was to the point where the song that season 4 ends with is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Oh
the
yeah, that
Pulp
song's so good.
Um, it's in the. There's a shitty movie that I kind of adore. Alfonso, I think it's Alfonso Cuarón's Great Expectations actually has that song on the soundtrack as well, which is where I first heard of it when I was like 15, and I was beating off to a. This is kind of embarrassing, but it was a Gwyneth Paltrow like nude compilation, and that song was in the back. And I'm like, damn, this song kind of goes off. And I spent like an hour trying to figure out what the movie was because it was just on some like shitty like fly by night website. Um,
Um,
and
uh,
it's oh god, what song? Good question. Um,
Here, I'll look it up. It's the one that ends season
Yes.
yeah, it's
4.
oh,
Is that what you said?
hold on, I was just listening to it. It's the midway song of This Is Hardcore of the album This Is Hardcore. It's Like a Friend.
Yes. Yes. That
It
song's
goes
real
stupid.
good.
It goes
Both
nuts.
goes silly. Both goes silly.
It really
in general.
does. I've only heard 2 of their albums. I've only heard This Is Hardcore and a little bit of Different Class. I might have to go through that, but I'm gonna have to do a deep dive. Yeah, I'm loving Venture Bros. I was like, wow. It's like the really overused meme of like the guy being like, this is my hole or whatever. But it's like, wow.
And it also misses the Monarch
It was
Oh my god, dude! Don't even get me
Okay,
started.
Spencer and Angie were watching that show for the first time when we did our episode on season 1 a while ago, and as soon as he heard Mrs. the Monarch, Spencer just looked at Angie.
Okay, I was actually going to ask because I know he's seen the show.
He's only seen season 1.
I wanted to know what he thought of Mrs. the Monarch. It feels
Oh,
like a character
dude, you know what he thinks. You know what he thinks.
I didn't want to
The hottest
assume.
woman in all of animation. That's what he fucking thinks. Like, of
Oh
course.
my god.
Well, I
You
mean,
got
let's
me-
be honest. It's
Yes.
completely right. Like she gets you. She gets me going, dude.
And he hasn't
Yeah.
even seen the season 3 redesign.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, he's only seen the fucking the Kennedy one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, man, yeah.
I love that the first
Also,
3
I'm
seasons-
I really want to watch Spencer to see season 2 so he can freak out at the David Bowie usage in the finale.
My god. The season 2 finale I might like a little bit more just because of how fucking insane it is, where it's like, you know, you got like Patrick Warburton's character like leading this insane like suicide. It's like a fucking war movie.
Yeah,
But,
I prefer, I think season 4 because it has like buff Gary is like Gary, like that's when Gary really becomes like my favorite character in the show, and you also have a lot of good Brock stuff with Sphinx.
And you have a nice a really funny resolution to the I think Triana.
Oh yeah, no fucking Dean, love.
Where he burns the cross on her. Yeah, I love. Oh man, I don't want to like spend the whole show just like jerking off sugar, but man.
No, it's fine.
You know what some of my favorite like random. Yeah, you can. I downloaded the Blu-ray version, which is it's sort of like Family Guy where it's uncensored, and you do get to see Dr. Mrs. the Monarch hit. I want to fuck her so bad. I want that bonus.
Dude, that scene where she's like in the bathroom, she's in the women's restroom, and she's like, I can be here, I just sound like this. It's like that's the realest shit. Like in any fucking TV show for me.
Oh man.
Okay, so this level sucks again. We're on another bad level.
It's also made me want to go back and watch Johnny Quest. Like a handful
Just
of
to know.
Did you ever see? Wait, hold on. Speaking of Johnny Quest, did you ever see the Incredibles Johnny Quest parody?
Wasn't it like on a DVD bonus?
It was so the DVD bonus was they did this parody of a Johnny Quest episode, but it's about Mr. Incredible at Frozone, and they animated it exactly the same way that Johnny Quest was animated. It's legitimately very charming.
I've seen they also do an animated of
I was gonna say
like
the commentary. No, they do a commentary of it. The actor for Mr. Incredible and Samuel Jackson, for Frozen, did a the commentary on it, and like Samuel Jackson's just like freaking out the whole time because they like light skinned his character as fuck, and it's like bothering him. He just keeps talking like they made me white. They just like made like he's like that's like trying to pick a fight with Disney.
Yeah, everyone should watch Venture Bros, especially if you can. I think most of the torrents are just the Blu-ray version. It's great, because first of all, the show looks amazing in HD.
Season 1, I think, looks a bit rough.
It also has,
but season 2 looks great.
I think
Season 1
I don't think it's
has,
too
like,
rough. It's just like they had a very small budget.
Well, that
Yeah,
and
they have the
it's
tweets and
the
stuff
most
combined.
trying to look like Johnny Quest the show ever does, so that also
Yeah.
doesn't help. Like everything's way pointy and deliberately stiff, which
like it.
works because season 1 is the most least like serialized season.
In fact, I'm gonna
I also one thing I really like about seasons 4 on is that like Hank and Dean are allowed to be characters and not just annoying, because I kind of don't like them for the first 3 seasons. It's like the one.
Yeah, I need to figure out which episode I'm on so I know what I can talk about.
Because I've seen the whole show, so like.
Yeah, so I watched it when I was a kid.
Also,
It was one of my favorites as a kid.
How funny is Hatred?
I'm on
What is your
episode.
thoughts on Colonel Hatred?
He's really fucking funny. I love that he like started as like a background character where he like they were just making a joke about how he like molested the Venture Brothers, and then he like ends up becoming like an actual character.
Okay, let me get the Berserk.
There's a lot of great stuff like that, like when they sort of like tease the Sovereign in a few episodes, and then it's like it's fucking David Bowie.
It's fucking David Bowie.
Yeah.
It's so good.
The guy whoever did the is it Doc Hammer doing the David Bowie impersonation?
I think it might be.
I think so. Yeah, it sounds fucking spot on. It's insane.
Yeah.
Doc Hammer, but like he can get it just off the voices alone. Because he voices the two most sexual characters in that show. I love that they picked Thin White Duke era David Bowie too. Yeah, I gotta get a thing. I'm gonna put Johnny Quest up on the Flex server. I know Van Haven.
Also, I noticed, Cole, you've been on a Cole Black and the 7 like thing.
I haven't actually seen it in a few like months.
Have you seen how many of the Censored 11 have you seen?
Gosh, I don't even remember off the top. There's a few that I just had on VHS that I saw a while ago.
Does Warner Brothers do the thing that Disney does with Song of the South, where they just sell that shit in other regions?
No, I know I had a VHS that at least had a couple of the like racism ones from World War II. Or it might have been a DVD. I'm not sure. It was.
Well, the Warner Brothers, you can still buy those in America. They don't set. They haven't like locked them away. Like Warner Brothers has openly said they're never going to do that because. What?
Warner Brothers is kind of nice with it.
Yeah, I fucking love Looney Tunes, man. I fucking love that shit.
Yeah, because what was it? There's like a famous thing where Warner Brothers said like if we delete it, then we're saying it never happened. When we very obviously did do this. So we're just gonna leave it out there for you to buy. Like you just have to know that we don't represent these ideas anymore. While Disney, on the other hand, yeah, exactly like you said, they just
I
lock it
remember when
away
they said we're gonna
sell
put
it for
everything on
people to
Disney
use it.
Plus, and people were like, where's Song of the South? Come on, man.
I found Sonic this. I found.
Oh yeah, you can find it. You can find it very easily. And the thing about Sonic and Song in the South is that the live action stuff is just.
Andy.
Yeah, I know what I said.
Andy,
Shut up.
No, I don't think you heard what I said.
What did you say?
I accidentally said Sonic of the South.
Yeah, I think I accidentally said that too. I'm not gonna lie. But no, the thing about Song of the South is that like I hate myself so much. The thing about Song.
It's Sonic. Let's say Sonic, right?
The
in
thing
Song
about
of the South,
Song
just goes
of
to
the
make-
South is that, like,
Whoa!
the
Why are
live
these black
action,
people picking cotton?
the live action stuff is really just
Picking
boring.
faster. Whoa!
Like like the live action stuff in that movie is just boring. It's just
Yeah, I haven't. I've only seen the Nostalgia Critic review.
well, I've actually seen it. I have seen Song
it's-
of the South, and it is
It's so funny to me that the Nostalgia Critic Song of the South review isn't like the Disney movie that he says the N word in.
well, I forget what movie that is.
It's some like direct to TV. Or actually no, I don't even think it's a Disney movie. I think it's like Ernest Saves Christmas or some shit.
Oh, I think I remember.
It is. No, it is Ernest Saves Christmas.
It's like it's
Because he
something where
goes to,
no
like-
one says the black. Yeah, he goes to jail.
Yeah, and then he
What's
sees,
funny-
what was it, like Mark Twain or something?
Yeah, there's not even a black person in the scene.
He's just talks.
No, that's
fine.
why he said it. I will.
There is only one
Uh,
Douglas
God bless
Walker.
Doug Walker.
Say, you know what's the name of the black line? I don't know. I don't trust that. I don't trust that guy's black.
Wait, what?
You know the black that works with. I don't want to say.
Oh
that.
yeah, Malcolm.
I'm not repeating that.
Isn't
Yeah,
he a
yeah.
furry?
What?
Yes.
Yeah, is it? I remember like on one of my first Twitter accounts when I was like 15, I was like, I'm gonna see what the Nostalgia Critic and his friends are up to. And then I like clicked on Malcolm's profile and I saw that he had like a furry avatar and he was like retweeting like furry art, and I was like, I'm just gonna like stop watching the Nostalgia Critic.
I was gonna leave this one alone.
I'm just gonna pass.
I still. Last time I checked the Nostalgia Critic video, I think it was the. I don't remember what it was. It was something like, I think it might have been. Last video of his that I checked, that was like modern, was, I think it might have been Wendy Wu Homecoming Warrior. It was something, but no, it wasn't. It was the Kim Possible live action movie.
I saw.
And
Oh
Has
yes,
he
yes.
gone
Okay.
fully over
I
the
want
script?
you.
Brought to you by Stamps.com.
Sorry about that.
Why go to
I
the
went
store
to
to
the
get-
channel to click on because I wanted to post a thumbnail for you to see. Look up the thumbnail for his Rango video.
I'm not looking that one up.
It's
I'm not
real.
looking that one
It's real bad. Imagine Doug Walker but green with chameleon eyes. That's what it is.
I've seen the fucking thumbnail. It's a nightmare.
Cole, have you
Does
seen
he
it?
Still do that? No, I'm not.
Coward.
First of all, I don't know. That's part of the reason why.
Just look up on YouTube Rango Nostalgia Critic.
Oh, I have seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it not great?
Yeah. I does he still do like only skits now? Stop watching
Yeah,
him,
he.
like,
I
around
think he's
20.
done like still does videos where there are less skits, but he does do skits in videos still. I don't.
I think it was like the Rogue One review. It was like the Force Awakens or some shit where he like was only doing skit. I remember he was in like Jurassic World, and I was like, fuck off. I'm not watching this.
How long have I been in this level? Almost 10 minutes. Okay.
It's crazy. It's crazy how bad taste he has. Like,
Yeah.
but also he loves the Wachowski Speed Racer. So is he all bad?
Yes.
Do you remember what he said that at the time that the Sony Amazing Spider-Man movies were stronger than the Raimi
Oh, he
films?
still stands by that. He also says 3 is as good as 1 and 2.
You know, I can kind of buy. I
Oh, thank God I
recently
got a plasma rifle.
rewatched the trilogy, and it is a step down, but it's not as big a step down.
I need to see 2, because I
Well, no,
remember
that's
I
not the thing.
rewatched
Well, that-
1 a
that-
few
that-
years ago, and I'm like,
The thing is, the thing with Spider-Man 3 is the only reason why people reacted as fucking insane about it as they did when it first came out is purely just because the first 2 were that good, right? Like, he set the
Yeah, and
bar
also,
so
he,
like,
high.
he has also
and then
said that
Sony slightly
X3
fucked
is
it.
no worse than X1 or X2.
Like
I might
shitty
agree
comic
with him on that, just because I don't, but I don't like those movies to begin with.
Yeah, I don't need that. Like those movies are complete. I couldn't tell you what happens in the first 2 X-Men movies.
I like
Like,
X2 for what it
Well,
is.
the
the first one is literally the first one is quite literally like
A TV pilot.
mind me. It's like nothing. The second one is just really no. The second one is a terrible, terrible fucking basic ass retelling of a really good X-Men storyline, and then also like kind of weird and confusing because it's not. It's just strange. It also loses all of its like luster by making Stryker not a priest, like not a pastor, but just a general, like a boring general. What else?
Yeah, it's God Loves
The
Man.
third one.
Oh, I didn't even... Wow, I just put that together.
Yeah, it's supposed to be God Loves Man Kills, and they it's like here you take one of the best X-Men stories and then literally make the most milk toast annoying
Doesn't
dumb.
Kitty
It's
try
like
and say
it's
hard
not
R in
making
that
any
one?
point.
Yeah,
I
She said the hard R
I
multiple
know.
times, man. Kitty Pryde says
She
it
said it like
all the time.
that's why. Dude, that's why.
I would also like to say, have you seen the recent superhero trend of people going, man, I love those early 2000s Fantastic Four movies. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's
You know
they're
what?
lying. They're lying. They're
Here's
lying
the thing.
on
Here's the
them.
thing. Those
Bozo, don't you dare
those
defend Rise of the Silver
no,
Surfer to my
let me
face.
no, let me explain. You don't let me explain. You just start talking over me like a
Okay.
fucking like a little rat. You just jump on me like fucking cheese, start eating me. I'm not even done finishing my sentence.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is those movies are dog shit. They're awful. But Michael Chiklis is a perfect thing. That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
That was it.
I can respect
Nothing.
that. He is the best thing in those movies. Pun not intended. Can't believe I just said that.
I think that the cast is actually the only good thing about that movie. Like it has
That's what I was gonna
absolutely
say.
goaded cast.
Mr. Fantastic's
Whoever
not
that
bad. I don't
random
remember
ass-
him much though. Just that.
Like visually, he looks like Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, he looks like Mr. Fantastic. I still think though, out of all the Michael Chiklis was the best because also
Yeah.
Michael Chiklis was very clearly he was also having the most fun. Like he
Yeah.
was the one the most like
Yeah.
hyped to be there.
I haven't seen them since I was like 8.
I forget in the Rod.
I rewatched the first one semi recently, and again, it's
I saw that
really,
one in theaters.
like bad. I was too little to see it in theaters. I had the DVD of it. But yeah, it's not good. I will say I do kind of like the highway scene, not the part when the Invisible Woman has to take off her bra. That's one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. But I just specifically I just like the really cheesy scene where the fucking fire truck with the Dalmatian on it is falling off. Like it's the most goofy like Saturday morning cartoon shit possible, where the fire truck has a Dalmatian in it and starts falling off the bridge, and the thing saves them at the last second. Like I think that's kind of cute. That would make me
how cool comic movies used to be. Like comic movies used to be so horny.
Dude.
Well, that's because blockbusters in the early 2000s were very horny.
Like I was watching Batman '89, and I was like, why is this entire soundtrack like, you know, like outside of the Danny Elfman shit, like, fucking like.
The Danny Elfman's just pretty horny too.
It is,
well,
yeah.
Danny Elfman's is also pretty.
It is, but like the Prince music is just like I was up in the club with my dick hard and shit, and I'm like, okay.
There's a similar thing. I don't know if you remember. There's a similar thing in the first Spider-Man movie. They play the Macy Gray song. Hold on. They play the Macy Gray song "My Nutmeg Fantasy."
Yeah.
That's just about her like fucking her boyfriend.
It kind of sucks because now like comic book movies aren't sexual. They've swung in the complete opposite direction where it's like okay, maybe it was too far.
I don't believe these characters have genitals.
Yeah.
I think it was probably too far. Maybe I'm trying to think like the last one that was like really really horny. Like
literally,
I actually do remember.
Yeah.
Honestly,
should have actually sex. Yeah, he actually has sex. There's a straight up sex scene in that movie.
Yeah, I think that's the last one I can, at least like of like the mainstream Marvel and DC stuff. I'm sure it's happening in like you know Exo Manowar straight to DVD starring fucking.
What's the image comic thing Vin Diesel did?
It's not. It's Valiant.
Bloodshot. No one's fucking in Bloodshot, man. No one's fucking in
Have
Bloodshot.
anyone here seen Bloodshot?
Yeah, I
haven't-
saw
a
Bloodshot.
couple of my mutuals said
No one's fucking in it.
it's good, but I'm not watching that garbage because Vin Diesel is the worst casting for Bloodshot.
You know, yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna take a lot of heat for this. Vin Diesel is like only fun to me as the Fast and the Furious guy. All the other action films.
You don't
he
like
does,
Riddick? You don't like Pitch Black?
I like Riddick.
Riddick's-
I was gonna.
Yeah,
No,
that
so,
okay. I can agree with that. As
but
long
Riddick-
as long as we can
Riddick,
agree
he was
Riddick's
always-
cool, we're cool.
Well, the thing is Riddick was never really like much of an action film to me. It was more of like he's like a fucking slasher in those movies. He's like fucking Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, but he's the main character, so it's cool. I also
I
love the like Ralph Wolf, Sam the Sheepdog-esque conversation him and who's like John's, I forget the actor's name, having the conversations of the first two, like dick measuring contest. In the video game, that they bring him back because it's a prequel, and there's a lot of that in there too, and it's all great. Make make the fourth Riddick movie already, asshole. Like that's no one cares about the other stuff. Just make that, because you were supposed to make this a.
All the new Disney shit comes out of like, you know, like Fantastic Four, you gotta have like a complete smoke show Sue Storm, and you gotta have like they all gotta be like, I'm sorry, I know this is like, but they gotta make, if you're not gonna get Denzel to be Mr. Fantastic, it has to be like a white guy, and it has to be like a stately looking ass fucking, he has to look a little racist, you know. And
no, I'll argue with this. It has to be.
What if they pull a Venture Brothers and get Stephen Colbert?
Yeah, I would be okay.
He was a great. He was a great parody of Mr. Fantastic though. He sold that shit so well.
I don't really know what he looks like now, but I mean I could see like the 2000.
He looks the exact same. He looks the exact same as 2008. He hasn't aged at all.
Then yeah, honestly, fuck it. Give him a little touch of gray. Give him a pipe. Like, I can buy that. Oh man, they're not gonna have him smoke a pipe. Fuck. But like, it's gonna suck.
God, yeah, you're right. People like don't smoke in those movies. What are they gonna do with Wolverine and cigars?
Wolverine's gonna be played by like fucking Michael Scott or some shit in The Office.
Don't say that. Don't fucking say that. Fuck off. Don't ever say that.
It's gonna be like they got like Rebel Wilson as Emma Frost, and we're like,
Shut up. Shut up.
They're not gonna make Emma Frost a girl boss. That's the real problem here.
No, they're gonna make her. They're gonna subvert the expect. She's only good in the Claremont run and the Morrison run. Anything
Exactly.
else,
I hate her typically. Yeah, she's the worst. She's literally just like
Oh yeah.
I love how fucking hinged she is in the Morrison run. Like she literally is insane. That like when the Genosha shit happens, and she's talking about like she's comparing like her body like the body count that she's putting this to like designer shoes or some shit. I'm like, oh god. Grant Morrison's excellent too. Yeah, no, they're
Grant Morrison's like. Oh, sorry.
They're gonna subvert your expectations by like making Emma Frost.
Oh, by the way, speaking of getting mad at Disney, did you see how Disney fans reacted today to Peter Dinklage?
No, I didn't.
Because they're doing Snow White shit, and Peter Dinklage was like, "Can we not do this?" And people got mad at him because because like, I don't know, for being too woke, I guess, because that's what Disney fans do.
Well, no, but like I saw people say that like the only tweet I saw related to this was somebody saying Disney fans are nowhere near as progressive as they claim to be. But like, did any of them like make fun of him for being short? Like, did they say you must be this tall to watch the
I
movie?
didn't see
never
any
saw
of it.
any,
I
like,
just
fucking
heard
things
of it
like that.
too, so I guess I might just be
I saw a
talking out of my
couple.
ass.
I saw a couple in the comments of like the discussing film post, but also like discussing film is the worst account on Twitter.
That's true.
I hate that account. That is quite frankly my least favorite account.
It is the only account that I hate. I feel
also
more
this. I'm sorry.
It's that account that I do Varg's account. Like
Also, this is the best texture in video games. This is fire blue. Just want you to
like it.
appreciate it.
It looks like it would go crazy as an ice cream flavor.
I feel like if you played this for a kid with like hyperactive disorders, they like start like convulsing on the floor, drooling. I don't
Yeah,
think.
that's bleeding up the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck it, gay ass. The gay ass Marvel movie. The Disney thing felt like a who cared to me because it's like, one, like, why are you getting mad at this like shitty Snow White? Like, no one's gonna see this. But also, it's like, why that? On the flip side, it's like, why are you defending this movie? No one's gonna see it.
Because Disney, because brand loyalty.
I'm gonna look at like one trailer. I'm gonna see. We're gonna like if they don't have Gal Gadot looking as hot as the original Evil Queen did. I'm gonna just be like, yeah, never. I'm not even gonna watch this. I hate it.
Listen, I'm not saying that. Never mind.
You got a bozo walk back.
I hate that I noticed that the fucking cacodemons have pussies. Not just assholes, but little pussies too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna suck. It's gonna be. I'm kind of excited because the MCU X-Men movie is gonna be like more visually on point than any of the other X-Men movies outside of maybe like the last 5 minutes of fucking Days of Future Past. And then,
Yeah, no, it is funny. They got the look down right, and then Apocalypse.
yeah, they got the look down.
No, do you remember when the Wolverine was gonna end with him getting the classic costume, and then they just didn't do it?
That's fucked.
They got the yellow and brown.
Like, have you ever seen the picture? No, because the suit. The thing is that scene exists where he gets the suit, and like you can see it. It's like insane. It's really cool looking.
It's good. Yeah, it's good. They're gonna get dog shit casting because like Hugh Jackman's really the only person I think looks like Wolverine, and even then he's
too
not
tall.
the best in the early movie. Yeah, he's too tall, and he's not the best in the early. Like in Wolverine, up until like the last like 5 minutes of what I remember of X2, when he like gets out of the bath or whatever. I don't remember anything else.
Hey, I will say this. This might be like a crazy, like you might call me a dumbass idiot for this. But do you know who I think might actually be a good Wolverine? Like, actually, is fucking the guy from he was in Venom 2. He played the detective. He was in Snatch. He played Al Capone in Boardwalk Empire. Hold on, let me get his name.
I know who you're talking about. I just saw Venom 2.
See, I thought you were gonna go on something completely different, Bozo, as like a contrarian take since you don't like X2 of just like defend Halle Berry's Storm, because that's like the one thing no one I have heard likes from those. I think people will like.
You know who's worse than Halle Berry Storm? Is, like Jean Grey.
She's not good. She's not great. Even in X2 and X1, she's never great.
The female characters up in that movie. Like,
oh yeah.
When the best one that you have is Rogue, and she's like.
I don't think Mystique is terrible. I think they got an alright Mystique.
Yeah.
I don't like Mystique.
I don't like that she never talks though.
Yeah, that is true.
I hate Mystique in those movies. That's the thing. Mystique in those movies is literally just for Bryan Singer to jack off to. Like they first of all they made him naked for like no fucking reason.
He's gay and a pedophile.
I know, but I swear to God, man, there is some freaky thing with that.
Nah.
And so why they made her that way?
It was probably some fucking like horny. It was literally just a flex. It was like some Fox producer being like, "What if we cover this woman in skin prosthetics and shit? Wouldn't that be fucked up?" Someone absolutely pitched like the Skull costume, and they were like, "No, this is stupid. The only weird thing we can have is Magneto's helmet."
And even then, they don't even have his helmet really. They give him like a fucking. Yeah.
It sucks. It's like I hate it. The colors suck. The fucking it's like this like brushed metal, and it's like, come on.
So here's a question for you, Bozo. What is your favorite X-Men cartoon?
You know, I'm gonna. I know this wasn't for me, but I'm gonna say it. Evolution's better than the '92 cartoon. Outside of like the only thing the
92
Evolution
cartoon
had-
is better than I think people give it credit for, because just like it is pretty impressive what they did for like 92 TV animation standards.
The aesthetic is great.
And I would say it's also it holds up better than 90s Spider-Man at least.
I'm you know, I'm gonna disagree on that. I just,
see, at least
rewatched-
a character can punch another character in that show and say the word kill.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it does suffer from weird censorship, but like, I don't know.
Also, I like that 90s
Spider-Man
X-Men didn't get
was
as like out there with the crossover stuff as Spider-Man. It was more self-contained.
Yeah,
Which you got to do
but-
with X-Men.
I feel like X-Men has a nice consistency to it.
Has anyone here seen
but it
Wolverine
doesn't-
in the X-Men?
I don't. Oh yeah, I did. I did a little bit when it was coming on as a kid, and I didn't really like it because most of the characters that they chose to fixate on were like my least favorite X-Men.
They get in some good stuff. I really like. I
remember liking the Nightcrawler episode.
Yeah, that one was really good. I love the Hulk episode.
I
It
didn't
has
know
one of the
the Hulk.
funniest things endings for me, which is so the plot of that episode is essentially Nick Fury blackmails Wolverine into trying to capture Hulk for him, and the end of the episode is after a big fight when they reveals Wolverine fucking like as they're leaving to go away, Wolverine fucking decks Hulk in the face. Hulk throws him like 2 miles away and just leaves Nick Fury behind to get his ass beaten in by Hulk. Because Nick Fury's a piece of shit. It's also I
Yeah.
think the first like animated thing to use Ultimate Nick Fury, and it uses him really well. It's just like, no, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I'll agree with you. I do fuck with Wolverine and the X-Men, but like, I don't know.
Also,
Evolution is
it's the
really
one X-Men show that really gets down into the Pietro Wando Magneto stuff. Like
Yeah.
so much of
It
that
does-
show
it-
is just Pietro going, "Father, let me
It's
back
like-
in. Did you know? You please. I'm a good boy, Father."
I feel like with the other X-Men cartoons, even Evolution, which I love, like the Magneto stuff, was really weird.
They got a really good guy. I think has my favorite casting for Magneto. I really like
Yeah.
what's his face as it's
Did Bozo die?
they got the guy who played
I'm right here. I don't want to talk over anybody. So
they
I'm just
they
like-
got the guy who played I forget his name, Hugo Strange in the Arkham games to be Magneto, and he does a really good job.
Yeah, I'm gonna. My final thoughts are 92, especially when you. 92 is a nice, good baseline of the 90s Marvel.
Yeah.
shows. It's not as like absolutely out there as like Iron Man or Hulk
or a
was.
piece of shit like
Uh,
Avengers.
Yeah.
Have you seen
Or-
how
but
bad
it's
that
not-
Avengers show
It
looks?
doesn't reach- I've seen the pilot. I'm not watching.
Yeah, no, it's
I don't even. It's the worst Avengers team too. With that like Cap Avengers team, but also I don't think Cap is even in it.
no. The best you got is Ant-Man.
Yeah. It's weird. I like the '90s cartoon. It's baseline. It doesn't reach the heights that '90s Spider-Man does for me, and it doesn't reach the lows, but also like entertaining lows that Iron Man or Hulk does for me.
I
but
remember
yeah,
seeing the
still
bit of the
think
Hulk
it's
show as a kid and think it's really good, but I never saw a ton of it. I think it might have my favorite intro of any of the
Sure,
90s
yeah.
Marvel cartoons.
Yeah. Actually, no, Iron Man better.
Also, it's very funny
I-
because just like how like 90s Spider-Man was the last time you could have Norman Osborn with dreads, 90s Hulk was or Iron Man was the last time you could just do straight up Mandarin.
Yeah, and also mullet tone, which is an incredible period.
No, I slightly disagree on this. If anyone has ever played, it's a fantastic game. I really do love
Ultimate
it, but
Destruction.
No, not Ultimate Destruction. Ultimate Alliance
Oh.
Yeah.
is the last time I saw truly racist Mandarin, and I think
Actually, Iron Man Armored Adventures.
it's an actual voice. I think
Oh,
it's
yeah,
an
they
actual
did.
voice
They did
actor
have
playing
men-
it, too.
like-
It's kind of funny to me.
All right, now
Iron Man Armored Adventures might be my favorite of the Marvel shows just because of how like visually unique it is.
yeah, it's a shame they have to do bad CGI. My favorite Spectacular
Yeah.
Spider-Man. Which
So
is,
I like Spectacular. I'm still gonna go best X-Men is Evolution. It's got the best designs.
yeah.
It's doing Joss Whedon shit better than Joss Whedon.
I also
Not even like bad Joss Whedon, but like the stuff that people still now say is good, like Buffy, like early Buffy.
also
I honestly-
Scott McNeil is a pretty good Wolverine. He's not Steve Blum, but he's a pretty good Wolverine.
Bozo, what's your take? What's your favorite X-Men cartoon?
X-Men Evolutions or whatever.
Yeah, it's good. Evolution is solid.
Yeah. It's got the hottest rogue.
It does have the hottest row. You're completely right about that. They also, it's the one where they fucking rotoscoped the seed from the craft.
Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, no, it's wild. It's good. It's fucking nice. Although they made Jean look kind of busted. I get like the design that they were going for, but she just looks like she has like a horse face on the whole show.
Also, the early 2000s on Marvel stuff that's pretty good. Have you seen the early 2000s Fantastic Four show? I
Yeah,
remember
I
that
remember
being
those, like-
decent. What'd you say?
I have not. No.
No, I was asking Bozo.
Well, it was Fantastic Four, Iron Man, Armored Avengers, and I think there was a third
Iron
one.
Man was later. Iron Man was.
Yeah, it was
after-
2008. It was like around Spectacular.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, then I guess I must have. I think I just.
Actually, it might be later than that.
Next to Iron Man, Armored Avengers.
All right, now I gotta remember how, because I know like vaguely where
Oh,
the
no,
secret
2008.
exit is in this level, but I need to find it. So that's why we're still just wandering around.
What's the most fun thing? I was like rewatching the Netflix Punisher show recently. 'Cause I've
Why
been on
would
a
you
big
do that to
Punisher
yourself?
kick.
Oh, if you're on a
Oh,
Punisher.
explain.
kick,
So it's because I've been rereading Punisher Max.
Ah,
Wait,
yeah.
what?
If you're on a Punisher kick, do I have the comic for you? Van Haven might have
which-
already tried to sell you on
one?
this, but it's Vigilante 1983.
Oh, I read Vigilante before. I read Vigilante like a long time ago. I love Vigilante.
It's so good. I might like it more than the Punisher just because of how like it does a more consistent job of.
He's
like,
more of a serial killer. Like he's way more
Yeah,
of just like a fucking maniac.
Like whenever they try and make Frank like an asshole, like an asshole not in like his actions but in his personality, like with like the divorce, I'm gonna divorce you shit, or like.
Well, that was after. I count like after what's his face leaves as like a different
Dark
run.
Knight.
Yeah, after Ennis
Yeah, when
leaves.
Jason Aaron got on. Yeah.
Or like when he was like, oh yeah, he was torturing people in Nam and shit, and like, you know, killing deserters and stuff. Like that's lame. But partially because of it's how it's only 50 issues, and partially because it's. Is it literally just only us in the stream?
Yeah, well, no, I think it's 3. I think Venthaven's in here, or is that?
Okay. Has the chat been going at all? I haven't been.
No, it's been pretty dead.
I haven't seen those. Yeah, the chat's been done.
Yeah, Vigilante good as shit. I'm gonna kill James Gunn for what he did.
Yeah, I heard it was.
No,
bad.
yeah.
This is non-act. This is fully
Well,
act.
he's. That they. The thing is, the thing with Vigilante and the Peace show, Vigilante's, he's not like classic Vigilante, but he still has that like, oh, this guy's a fucking psychopath kind of vibe. Like he's very much just a school shooter. So yeah,
what I
they
love-
did very much make him like an epic whack. Funny
Yeah, I could buy a serial killer if he wasn't also just like doing Deadpool stick. I think that would be a lot less grating. Where he's like, oh, he's also
Yeah.
random and he's like torturing people with chainsaws and shit. And it's like, no, like the Punisher was it's a very like, what I loved about it is it kind of like has the same point as American Psycho, where it's just like, oh yeah, the entire like, you know, sort of like upper middle class white like finance bro was just fucking insane. Like they were just sociopaths. Because he's this
Well, yeah,
like
I mean,
he's
like
this
that's
really, like McMansion nigga, fucking like perfect life, like hot wife, hot
right, yes.
or you know a beautiful child or whatever, and then like he just has like a minor like brush with violence that changes his life, and he's just like, all right, I have to kill every single poor person.
no, yeah. It reminds me a lot of well, not reminds me. Sorry, I was gonna like mention how like yeah, like because there's a great moment in one of the old. Because again, I had a bunch of the older comics as a kid that I bought in the dollar section at a comic book store near me. It was like all it was all the '81 issues too. Um,
Oh shit, they like the Teen Titans stuff too.
yeah. Uh,
It's
but
crazy,
yeah, there's like
dude.
a part.
Honestly,
There's a
Marv
part in one of the
Wolfman.
comics. House who?
Oh no, what?
What'd you say?
Oh, I said Marv Wolfman is like a very underrated goat.
Oh no, yeah. What I was gonna say is I know there's a part in one of the comics where he's like pissed off that he can't kill the cops that are responding to the scene.
Yeah.
Like Vigilante's mad that he can't shoot the cops. And it's like, and it's really just because like he would do it. The only reason why he's not doing it is just because he has to get out of there because he has to go do something else.
It's so good. I love how like it's the perfect example of like why more comic books should be contained, because it's like I kind of almost like it more than the Punisher, because like even with the really good Punisher stories, you know that like something is gonna come along later or right after and it's gonna suck, or he's gonna have to like cross over with Spider-Man or some shit.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was talking to somebody about this once, where it's like that's why I love characters like Moon Knight and shit, where it's like because they're not. Well, the sad thing is Moon Knight's gonna get super popular after the show, so now it's not. He's not gonna be one of the characters. But before he was like a character that was so unpopular. Yeah,
He's
he was
already
starting to get
gotten
bigger, but
kind
now
of
he's like,
Redditified, let's be real here.
What got Redditified?
Moon Knight a little bit. Like,
Oh.
he's like where Deadpool was like a few years before the movie, if we're being honest.
Yeah, but unlike Deadpool, he didn't have like a shitty comic book. Like there's actual good Moon Knight comics. There's maybe one good Deadpool comic.
the only good Deadpool comic that I like isn't even a Deadpool comic. It's the Wolverine solo comic, where Deadpool is ordered by the Winter Soldier to kill Wolverine.
That's pretty cool. I was gonna say my favorite Deadpool comic is X-Force, just because like it's a good comic. It's a comic, and like they know that Deadpool is like the least interesting out of all of that, so he doesn't even really have like an arc or anything. He just like shows up and does like fucking offense and then disappears.
No, yeah, that's the thing is in the Wolverine comic, because again, I highly recommend it if you haven't read it. But it's cool as hell because it's like he's not funny; he's just depressing. Like that's his like the point is that he is like the whole point of the comic is the only reason why he truly wants to kill Wolverine is because he's mad that Wolverine is the exact same as him but successful. Like they're both like these mass weapons. You know, they're both these like monsters created to be weapons. But Wolverine's the one that everyone likes, and Deadpool's the ugly one that everyone's afraid of.
I honestly kind of like the I mean, I think Rob Liefeld is hack, but like his Deadpool was kind of better than the Deadpool that we have now.
You know what's like one of the worst Deadpools?
Because Deadpool just became a parent.
Video game Deadpool.
Which one? There's
the Deadpool video game Deadpool.
The one that you literally can't even.
Well, that was the peak of that was the peak of like Deadpool being the joke again.
Yeah, that basically gave us the movie. Like without that, getting like popular on YouTube and shit, and then
you know, there's a great review. You know what you should watch for that review? You know who's like the exact person to see how we ended up here? Watch Angry Joe's review of that game. He dresses up as Deadpool.
Oh
Oh god.
I know he does. I've seen the fucking review.
Well, Cole hasn't. You know, I get to introduce.
I haven't. No, I don't think I have. Or if I have, I don't remember.
Oh, also I should say, the late great Steve Dillon did the art for that Wolverine comic. I don't know. He's like one of the few people to actually make. He's one of the. First of all, I just like his art in general, but he's also great at just like making people ugly. And he's one of the few people to actually make Wade Wilson just look fucking ugly.
I hate Sexy Punisher.
I don't like Sex Punisher either. That's why I love Garth Ennis when he was doing Punisher Max, because Punisher is just old and disgusting looking.
Yeah. I'm kind of mad that they changed up the original like Spider-Man design a little bit because I kind of like it was weird like widow's peak receding hairline combo, and he's
Yeah.
like he's kind of skinny, like he's not like jacked. He looks more like he would be really good at like doing acrobatics than like being an army sniper.
Well, because like yeah, that's the thing. It's like he's in the beginning he was what like an actual like military guy would probably look like, where it's like yeah, you have to have that kind of like runner's body. You always move it.
Yeah.
Oh. Now yeah, and now like people just draw him to be a fucking tank, which again it only works. The only reason why it works for Punisher Max is because the Punisher Max is like 60.
Yeah.
So it's like
I love
it's just old. Like he doesn't have the acrobatic body anymore.
that the Lego Punisher in the Lego Daily Bugle set has like a receding hairline and shit. And he has like
That's
a boot.
cool. Have you ever
It's,
played
yeah.
Did you ever play the 2005 Punisher game?
No, I don't. There's a Punisher game?
Oh, it's great. It's
It's
written
one
by
of the
Garth
best. Honestly,
Ennis.
it's one of the best games I've ever played.
It's one of the best.
Yeah, it's written by
comic
Garth
book.
Ennis.
It's one of the best
written by
comic
Garth
book games
Ennis
of all time.
And hey,
Okay. Go.
we finished.
I just want to
It's
say
written
that.
by- it's written by. Hey, it's written by Garth Ennis, and Thomas Jane is the voice of the Punisher, and it's basically a loose adaptation of the Marvel Knights run that Garth Ennis did, like the really goofy, silly one, where it's like, I mean, it's like it's still grounded, but it's like it was Garth Ennis having more fun with the character than like Max, where he's just a fucking depressing cynic. But yeah, it's a really really fun game. It's super gory. It was made by the people that did Saints Row 2. And there's a lot of Saints Row stuff in it in terms of like gunplay, but it's really fun. I don't know. There's no other Punisher game like it. They like literally if you remember the Welcome Back Frank story, where he gets into the shootout in the board and he has to hide behind the fat dead body. Like you could like there's a part in the game where, well, first of all, the mission starts off with you hiding in the casket of the mobster, and then coming out with an M60 and just slaughtering everyone at the funeral. But then you later go on to the basement of the funeral home, and you could replay that shootout basically from the comics. It's fun.
Kind of sick.
It's a great game. I could show you how to like, because you have to like do some insane shit to get it to run your PC. But once you get it, it's legitimately it's one of the that's like shoot is really played.
I wish that they still did actually interesting stuff with the Punisher.
But-
Like the new shit where they take like, I like it when he interacts with the Marvel universe. Like they have to make sure to not do it in like a really gay way. That's how you get shit like Frankencastle
The best,
and like
the best
shitty
way.
But
Yeah, the best interactions the Marvel Universe he had is in. Or I was just to say the best. My internet's like fucking up real bad right now, but
yeah,
the best like interaction. The best interactions he had in the Marvel Universe was when Garth Ennis did the Marvel Knights run, because it would just be like he wasn't like seeking out heroes, he wasn't working with any of them. It would just be kind of like
Yeah.
in the background you would hear the news talking about like Wolverine doing something, you know, or you would hear like I think like a great one is when Daredevil tries to stop him from
shooting the mobster, so he just ties up Daredevil and gives him the gun. It's like, you either kill me and I won't kill this guy, or you let me do it. Like I don't know, because like that's still like psychotic Punisher. Like that is what he would do.
Yeah.
He's not gonna team up with these guys. He hates them.
I actually wrote like a pitch for Punisher comic when I was like 19. It was kind of like that.
That's so sick. I wrote a Punisher script when I was 18.
It has such a stupid premise. So in the premise, like, the Punisher gets killed by like some random. Like the issue is like the opening issue is him getting like he just gets like a lucky shot basically. Like he's dead, and I sort of honestly the way I summed it up was like what if Punisher had like a Miles story where so he dies, except that the guy that kills him starts getting haunted by his ghost, and then like not even in like a Constantine way, like it's literally just like the Punisher appears to him and he's like, hey, you like gotta be the new Punisher now. I'm fuck, the edible just kicked in. Yeah, the Punisher's like, yeah, you gotta like, I'm fucking on your ass. Like I'm not gonna let you like go free. And yeah, it had a bunch of very stupid like crossover stuff at one point. I actually wrote, because the kid's like shitty. He has like no training whatsoever, basically. So he keeps like the Punisher just keeps teaching him how to like steal shit from the Marvel universe, in order to survive and keep on doing his tap and shit. Like at one point he steals. This was actually I think they did this in the comics. He steals like one of the Iron Man armors or whatever. I think
Yeah,
he steals a Hulk Buster. In my pitch, but in the one I think he stole like a War Machine armor, which is like, it's like that's too obvious. You can't. That's too on the nose. My favorite scene was like him. There's like a gang of mutant criminals, and there's like no way that the new Punisher can take him on. So he like Frank Ghost inhabiting his body steals a bunch of like Terrigen crystals from the like Atalan or whatever from the Inhumans and just like gasses the mutant gang with it.
That reminds me of, do you remember in Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe, where he just drops a fucking nuke in Magneto's sphere?
I wanted to basically do like a Punisher that just like dealt with all the weird shit that sort of hangs around in the Marvel universe or isn't really brought up anymore. Like, you know, Punisher loots one of the like magic swords from the X-Men run or some shit.
Yeah. Did you ever read the Marvel Knights run with Steve Dillon and Garth Ennis?
I didn't. The only one that I've read, I read Max, and I've read the shitty Punisher Max. Or the shitty Punisher by Ennis.
I'd recommend you read the Garth Ennis Marvel Knights run because it's a lot of what you described of what you like. It's because that's in Earth 616, and so he has to like. Now he doesn't have to, because Garth Ennis actually wrote a letter to Marvel that was like, if you force me to have like team ups, I'm quitting. I don't care. And so like all of the actual like all the times where he interacts with another character, like another Marvel character, it's very very natural. It's very very fun.
Exactly.
There's like one time where he steals like Spider-Man's web shooter so he can suffocate a guy with it.
That's so sick. Yeah, it's shit like that. Like there's so much like, I mean, Marvel universe isn't like the DC universe. It's like there's no like real hard uncanon stuff outside of like the other Dimension Wars or whatever, or like all the Elseworld stuff. And I wanted to like deal with it. Like there's got to be so much just like junk tech that the Punisher would absolutely adore and could use to kill so many people with. Like,
oh no, and he does that in the Marvel Knights run a fuck ton.
hell yeah. It's like if you're gonna have Punisher versus like a powered person, you have to like realize that he's like like so many of them will just be like, oh no, dude, he knows like magic, whatever, and like stop the nerves, shoot
So-
you so fast. Whatever. It's like it would be so much more interesting if you just like did some actual like world building tactics with it.
No, yeah, and that's what makes the Marvel Knights run so much fun is because it is exactly that. It's like, it's like, oh, what is it? It's like, yeah, like the Spider-Man scene specifically. It's he's fighting he's fighting a super soldier basically. He was given this big Russian guy that was given Captain America's like super serum and all that shit, and he's literally like a tank. Like the Punisher cannot fight him, so Spider-Man accidentally just shows up to the scene and immediately gets knocked out by the Russian guy. So the Punisher knowing that Spider-Man is superhuman and can take a bunch of hits, just uses him as like a shield. He just picks him up and will hold him in front of him whenever the Russian tries to punch him.
That's funny as fuck.
No, yeah, he just keeps holding Spider-Man in front of it. He's like, I know you can take it, buddy. Just keep going. And that's when he grabs Spider-Man's wrist and shoves the web fluid down the guy's esophagus.
Yeah, I
So
thought
also,
that.
without giving away too many spoilers, it literally ends with like fun, like that. I mean, the first volume because he did this run for a while, Garth. That is, but there's one part where he goes to like the president and like threatens to bomb the CIA.
God. Yeah,
that was
that was like that's what I hate about yeah, shit like bad. I don't even remember what was going with this. Like shitty crossover world building where it's just like, no, that's not how someone would actually do some shit like that. Like it's like I hate when people are late because it's like, oh, it has to work with the real world. It's like, no, it doesn't.
It's a
no.
well, that is the thing that Marvel loves doing is they love being like, well, it's your back door. You're the Marvel universe is just like, well, it's like, guys, you don't have to follow real world rules so much. But you also do
Right.
because the Marvel universe is a universe with no endpoint, so you gotta have something like chaining it to storytelling. Otherwise,
That's what I like with like the DC stuff. I was just talking about this in the Discord server that I'm in. Also, we might be the only person.
I think we are. I can retweet. I'll just retweet it and see if we can get anyone in here.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna end the stream after this level anyway, because I'm not gonna do episode 4 because I'm feeling kind of tired. And this took longer than I thought it would. But yeah. What were you gonna say?
I hate when when like, or I'm sorry, I was talking about this in the Discord server, but like the perfect example of like what a comic book universe should look like was like DC in the 2010s, where it's like it had like an actual like hard timeline that also at the same time ignored the status quo and but like it chained it to our world mostly through pop culture, which I thought was like a decent way. Like
Yeah, that's a good
decent
caveat. It's like everyone's still talking about Game of Thrones and
yeah, pop culture or like sort of like vague like cultural aesthetic. Like you had people who had like tribal tat as their costume in the 2000s. You had like a lot of like leather jacket characters in the 90s, and like now it's like they don't have any like anything guiding them to the contemporary. It's all just like this like completely edge sanded off dream or I'm sorry story.
See, I like. See, the thing about DC that I think is like as a superhero, that's fine. But I think the more I learn about Marvel cosmic stuff, I think is like the big like street level and Crisis like global scale superhero stuff. I think it's roughly even from what I've read and seen. But I hate cosmic DC compared to Marvel. I think it's so much dumber.
See, I'm kind of the opposite. I like Cosmic DC more than Cosmic Marvel. Well, here's the thing: if we were talking like 80s, like 80s
Yeah.
Cosmic Marvel, I'd be like, yeah, 80s Cosmic Marvel.
Well, I'm not talking about
rules.
now. I'm
Like,
just
that's
talking about
cool.
just like
Yeah.
in
Like,
general.
Modern. Well, no, but I'm saying is like modern Cosmic Marvel fucking sucks because it's because of literally because of the Guardians, in my opinion. The Guardians fucking killed it.
You're right. You're spitting cracker.
Yeah, I
Thank
can
you.
see that.
Thank
Yeah, no,
Well,
I sort of agree with both of you, um, because Marvel Cosmic has a longer track record of being good, but
yeah.
and both of their Cosmics suck now. But like
Well, I don't. Is the thing
DC
is,
Cosmic up until like the New 52 is so good. Like from like the 2000s up until the New 52. Oh my god,
Exactly.
just
Yeah.
and then a little bit in like the 50s to the 60s, or no, actually no, more like 60s to the 70s, because 70s is like very hard Marvel, but then like 60s you have stuff like Warlord and all the weird like proto acid core, like we just saw Lord of the Rings type shit.
They just saw a Ralph Bakshi movie and they're losing their fucking minds. Like that's so
Yeah.
yeah. What do you think? This is like specifically autistic question that I have for you, Cole. What do you
Yeah.
think of blue Batman with the yellow bat symbol, like
I fuck
70s
with it.
Batman? I
It's so
fucking love it.
cozy. Oh my
Yeah,
god, it's really like in my head that's like the ideal
I
under 35-year-old Batman. Like he should be on his first or
exactly.
second Robin when he's rocking the blue costume, and then as he gets older, because in my head Batman should be like 50s
I
at
think
least.
40s is a bit more appropriate. But yeah, he should definitely
40s
be
or
older.
50s, yeah. And Superman should be a little bit older than that, but also look physically younger
Yeah, yeah,
because
because
of the
he's
whole
a
Kryptonian
Kryptonian.
aging. Yeah, that's perfect to me. Is if like yeah,
Hit this
like
fucking level.
Superman just looks like the world's hottest old man. I'm sorry, Batman looks like the world's hottest old man, and then Superman looks like his weird younger
The
brother.
world's oldest, like 20-year-old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Superman should be a little thick. Batman can't get thick until at least you're doing like Dark Knight Returns style stuff, where he's like in a
I was gonna
mech
say,
suit.
yeah, when he's like old, he's got those thick old man thighs. Then yeah, that's what you
Yeah,
can go with it. But
he's got to look.
Young Batman should be built like Hank Hill.
Yeah, old Batman should be built like a retired bodybuilder, where he's like,
Dude,
you can tell that he could kill you in an instant. He could like snap your neck if you really wanted to. But
I
also
love
he's like
reading.
in the face, he looks like he's gonna die of a heart attack.
I love rereading the Dark Knight Returns just because first of all I just think it's a really good story.
Well, yeah.
Reason. I love the first, specifically the first issue, because of the way it like builds tension with the weather.
Exactly.
I will also say I actually think because
Hold
DC
on.
has a lot of misfires. I think their Dark Knight Returns adaptation is actually pretty good.
Yeah,
I
it's the best.
wouldn't. I don't know if I'd say it's the best we could get, but I will say it's fucking goated that they got Peter Weller. to be
Yeah, it
fucking Batman.
is.
Like
Yeah.
I wish he's honestly next to Kevin Conroy. He's like the definitive Batman voice
See,
now. Like that's
I disagree with that simply because I think he works as well as he does because he's playing an old man Batman.
yeah. There's only two types of Batman. There's either he's old as fuck or he's a young fuck. Those are the only two you're ever gonna see.
I can deal with like a 40s, starting to get a little like a Batman looks like Brett Favre did, like a two like 2030.
No, that's.
Like,
I mean,
Brett Favre, when he's doing like the dick roll commercial.
like the thing is, like that's
Batman
typically
getting settled down and married.
yeah, that's typically what Batman. That's what he used to be like in almost everything was always like 40-year-old Batman. But now something what I meant is like there's only one or the others because nowadays I think with all the not in the comics but just adaptations, it's always going to be he's either 50 or he's either like 60 years old or he's like 12. Because those have been all the adaptations so far. It's been the Gotham show. It's all about him being 12. The new movie is him in his early 20s. It's supposed to be like Batman in year one. What else? You have Zack Snyder, which is more like that's old man. That's less like
Like
you could argue it's
weird,
40s or 40s, but
yeah, that's sort of visually that's like my perfect like middle-aged Batman. We're doing like old man, like 60s Batman,
All right,
60-year-old
now
Batman.
how do I get the
It's
fuck
gonna
out
be
of here?
more in
Let me
like
get the
the
fuck outta here.
animated side.
Do you remember when they made Kevin Conroy a live-action Batman and then made him a villain and then killed him off in 5 seconds?
Yeah.
In what?
In the CW.
What?
Infinite Earths.
Of course they did
Yeah.
that in the CW.
They
They don't
made-
like have, like an Earth One. Like they have an Earth One, but it's mostly just like actors from other shows that were on in the night. Like the Earth One, like Jay Garrick is just the Flash from the '90s show. It's really
I will say
stupid.
I will say that was a pretty insane. It was terribly written. It was fucking awful, but it was an insane crossover. Like it was actually nuts. Where it's like, oh yeah, Superman Returns is back, and Joker exists in that universe.
I kind of fuck with it just when I watched it, just because it's like, oh, this is the best this is the best crossover over getting adapted in like the best way possible, where it's like it's a TV show, so they can afford to be kind of campy and stupid with it.
They can afford to be campy and stupid, plus they can also draw it out more. You know, they don't
Yeah.
have to.
It had the perfect length. It was like 3.5 hours long, which I think is the perfect length of a crossover in general, especially like Infinite Crisis. I should reread Infinite Crisis. It's so good. It's so fucked up how good it is. It's the only
It
good
really
crossover.
doesn't. It really doesn't have the right to be that good, especially since most of the other crossovers like it, like Spider-Verse, fucking suck ass. And the comics, I mean, movie. I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about the comic. The comics. I think the comics sucked.
They'll have the worst start, but then you go back to Infinite Crisis, and George Perez was going absolutely fucking sicko mode, like Michael Jordan shit on that. Like there's one point at the end where there's like, in addition to the narrative that's happening like in the thing, there's like a second narrative
I
being
don't
drawn
care.
at the bottom. It's like a newsreel that's in the comic. It's insane.
All right. So, Doom 1 for Episode 3 was built with the assumption that players would be playing each level pistol start with only that. So this is the final boss, the Cyber Demon, and you can kill it with one BFG shot. Great job. Great ending to... It's so funny that, like, the most important video game, arguably of all time, certainly of the 90s, has just the lamest... It'll be better when we get to episode 4, which I'm not doing tonight, because I'm tired and I have to go to work, and I've already streamed 2 hours. But, yeah, no. Also, I gotta say, like, for a game and a company that has never really cared about story... I do really like this moment. Like, this is a really good sequel hook. Like, it's
Wait, what scene is it?
the ending of Doom 1.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, the realization that the demons invaded hell, that the demons came back to Earth with you, killed your pet rabbit, and now next time it's personal. Unfortunately, we're not doing Doom 2 next time, which I don't know when I'm doing Doom 2. Probably not until, like, I probably won't do Doom 2 until, like, at least midsummer, like July or stuff, because I want, you know, to do a variety of stuff. But we're going to finish Doom 1 next time I do, next single player stream with episode 4, which came out in 1995. But that's really hard, and I don't feel like doing it right now. So I think we're going to call it here. Also, no one is watching this, so who gives a shit? But if you're watching it on the VOD...
I was gonna say, you're having a...
If you're watching it on the VOD, which I will be uploading... Oh, hey, Hestia was here at least. Thank you for watching this, Gestia. I hope you liked the comic. And Ventaven.
I think it's Gessla. I think it's
Gesla. Ventaven. We at least got some people in tonight. But yeah, so
I think it's a lowercase L.
That's Doom 1, or commercial Doom 1. Next time we'll do episode 4. Bye-bye.